So 4.4 part 3, again, we are factoring. All 4.4 we're going to be factoring. But here we're factoring when a does not equal 1. So our number out front is not going to be 1 like it has been in part 1 and part 2. So this number out front, when it's not 1, we have to factor this way. So we start by multiplying the first and the last. So anytime that you start with this number that's not 1, and if we can't take out a greatest common factor, then we have to start by multiplying the first and the last. So what is 2 times 12? 24. So now we have to think, what are 2 factors of 24 that add to 11? So let's think, what are some factors of 24? We have 2 and 12, but that doesn't add to 11. What other factors of 24? 8 times 3. And what's 8 plus 3? 11. Perfect. So that works. So in my parentheses, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I have x plus 8 and x plus 3. But I started by multiplying, so in order to keep my equation balanced, I have to make sure I go back in and divide. So whatever this number is out front, this 2, I have to divide both of these numbers by 2. What's 8 divided by 2? 4. So this becomes x plus 4. Can I divide 3 by 2 and get a whole number? No. So if you can't divide it and it doesn't give you a whole number, you take the 2, the number on the bottom, and you move it right in front of the x. So this becomes 2x plus 3. So if you can't divide, if you can't simplify, I'll call it, move the number in front of the x. And then this is our answer. So we start with a number that's not 1. Do I have a greatest common factor that I could take out? Is everything here divisible by 4? No. So what I have to do is start by multiplying the first and the last. So what's 4 times negative 3? Negative 12. And what are 2 factors of negative 12 that add to negative 4? Kayla? Negative 6 and 2. Perfect. That works. Because they multiply to negative 12 and add to negative 4. So I write my parentheses just like I did the last time. What goes inside the parentheses? X minus 6 and x plus 2. And then what do I have to remember to do now? Divide it by 4. Since I started by multiplying 4, I have to make sure I divide both of these by 4. Now we have to simplify. Is there any number that goes into both 6 and 4? 2. They're both divisible by 2. So I divide them both by 2. So here I have x minus 3 over 2. Can I simplify this fraction anymore? Nope. So what I do is take the bottom and move it in front of the x. So this is 2x minus 3. Yes. Now let's look at our second parentheses. Is there any number that goes into both 2 and 4? 2. So I can divide both of these by 2. So here I have x. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. And 4 divided by 2? 2. So I can't simplify this anymore to get a whole number. So what do I do with the 2 on the bottom? Move it in front of the x. So this becomes 2x plus 1. And this is my answer. All right, example 3. Do I have a greatest common factor that I could take out? Nope. So what do I have to do to start? Multiply the first and the last. So what's 2 times 6? 12. Do I have 2 factors of 12 that add to negative 7? What? Awesome. Negative 3 times negative 4. So what goes into my parentheses? X minus 3 and x minus 4. What do I have to do next? Divide it by 2. Since I started by multiplying by 2, I have to make sure I go back in and divide by 2. Can I simplify the fraction 3 over 2? No. So what do I do with this 2 on the bottom? Move it in front of the x. So this would give me 2x minus 3. Can I simplify 4 over 2? Yeah. What's 4 divided by 2? 2. So then I just simplify, so this is x minus 2. First thing we have to check is if we have a greatest common factor. Are all of these divisible by 5? No. So what do I do to start? Multiply the first and the last. So what's 5 times 10? 50. So what are 2 factors of 50 that add to 27? Perfect. 25 and 2. So what goes into my parentheses? X plus 25 and x plus 2. Lucas, what do I have to do next?
You have to now bring the 5 to distribute into it.
So since I started by multiplying, I have to go back in and divide the 5. Rioni, what's 25 divided by 5? 5. So this becomes x plus 5. Sienna, what do I do with the 5 if it doesn't divide? Rolando, what do I do with the 5 if it doesn't divide? Put it in front of the x. Awesome. So this is 5x plus 2. That's your answer. Do I have a greatest common factor that I could take out? Are they all divisible by 3? Nope. So what do I have to do to start? Multiply the first and the last. So what's 3 times negative 6?
18.
Negative 18. What are 2 factors of negative 18 that add to negative 7? Awesome. Negative 9 and 2. So what goes into my parentheses? X minus 9 and x plus 2. Natalia, what do I have to do next? Awesome. Since I started by multiplying, I have to divide. So you always divide by that first number. What's 9 divided by 3? 3. So I could simplify the first one. Can I divide 2 by 3? No. So what do I do with the 3 on the bottom if I can't divide it? Put it in front of the x. So this is 3x plus 2. And that's my answer.